How are we doing today, folks? And welcome into the Sports Tree studio for your preview of Thursday Night Football. It's the Saints, it's the Broncos. This is going to be awful. Another tough TNF matchup that we will have to live through. But hey, it's football on Thursday night, so we're not too mad about it. One thing I will say is, if you gave me Bo Nix versus Spencer Rattler last year in college football, that's a pretty good matchup for a Saturday noon game. However, you wait a year and you make it a primetime NFL game, and I have absolutely zero interest in it. This is going to be a really tough football game to judge. However, the narrative going into the game has to be Sean Payton's revenge-return game to New Orleans. I guess it's not really a revenge game. He left on his own accord. And now he's back in action. He's got a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix. The offense has not been clicking this season, but this could be the coming out party that the Broncos need. I think they're going to be carrying the momentum into this game, and the Saints, they're in tough here. All right, the Saints offense is without their starting quarterback, without their best O-lineman. Their starting center was limited on practice on Tuesday, and their top two wide receivers are out. Chris Olave got a concussion last week, and Shaheed also got banged up. So you have your backup quarterback, a backup O-lineman throwing to your third and fourth best receivers. Yikes. That's all I really have to say about that matchup is yikes. And now you're going up against a Denver defense that has been pretty solid this season. The Broncos are giving up the fourth fewest yards per game in the NFL. In contrast, the Saints give up the most. The Saints are dead last, giving up over 395 yards per game. They almost gave up 600 yards last week to Tampa Bay, and they gave up 51 points. If Bo Nix is ever going to kickstart his career as a passer, it is this game. And right now, I can't believe this line. Here's your prop bet of the night, your best bet of the day. Our model absolutely loves this. It's Bo Nix to go up over 185 passing yards on PointsBet. Now, if you use other sports books, I was shopping this line. Some sportsbooks have him up at over 199. And here's why. Bo Nix, he's thrown for over 200 yards in 4 of his last 5 games, and he takes on a Saints defense that surrenders the 4th most passing yards per game at 262 yards. Wow, that is bad. They've allowed at least 225 passing yards in 5 consecutive games and over 300 passing yards in each of the last 2. This is also that revenge game for Sean Payton, so you know he's going to have his quarterback ready to play. I think this is Bo Nix coming out party. He's crushed this line in 4 of his last 5 games, and as we just said, the Saints have given up at least 225 passing yards in 5 consecutive games. Over 185 passing yards at dash 110 on PointsBet, that is tremendous value. I'm even going to buy that up to over 200 yards at plus 135. That's how confident I am in Bo Nix. It's not even the confidence that I actually have in Bo Nix. It's the lack of confidence I have in this Saints defense. I don't see how they're going to be able to move the ball effectively against a good Broncos defense that's going to be fired up, that's going to be playing for Sean Payton. And let's also not forget, if we're looking at a narrative side, this is a revenge game for Will Lutz. The kicker for Denver is the former Saints kicker. He got kicked out of town, and now he's coming back with the Broncos. Don't be surprised if a last-second field goal for the Broncos covers this spread and wins that bet. So I'm leaning Broncos. I'm leaning the 2.5 points with the Broncos, but the best bet for the game, take Bo Nix for over 185 passing yards, 185.5 passing yards on PointsBet. And make sure you go check out our pick package on sportstree.ca because our model has been on fire. Our brand new betting model just yielded another 6.45 units of profit last week with a 9-4 record on our picks. That brings us up to 56, 28-2 on the season with a profit of 23.4 units. If you're playing $1,000 units, you are literally up over $23,000 this NFL season just from playing with us. So head over to sportstree.ca, download that pick package, and we have bets. We already have bets up there for Sunday. All right, we have a great look in that Pittsburgh game. So head over to sportstree.ca, sign up today, and remember, you upgrade your subscription, you upgrade your chances in winning. Folks, I'm Connor Rowntree. Enjoy Thursday Night Football.